As we mentioned before, this week marks a milestone in the history of CKSA, 50 years on the air. Over the course of the week, we will bring you snapshots of our station's history. Tonight, we look at the way broadcasting at CKSA has evolved over the years. Daniel Barry now with a look at growth within CKSA.
In 1965 and 66, rebroadcasting towers were added on to the CKSA service in both Meadow Lake and Bonnyville. In 1974, the CRTC heard an application by CFRN to move into Lloydminster and offer a CTV service. Art Shortell opposed the idea and began working on a second television service for Lloydminster. CKSA was granted a license for the second service, and a new channel, CITL, would be added.
Some of the other CBC affiliates in other markets who allowed the major market stations to come into their market and serve with the second service ended up having to fold or sell out or something else.
Then, as it is now, there are very few twin-stick operations in Canada.
Ground had been broken by two other markets in Canada, Thunder Bay and Yorkton.
Many told him the cost of operating two stations could not be supported by the city the size of Lloydminster, especially when you consider that almost all the broadcast equipment had to be replaced to allow for the second service to begin.
The medias of radio and television that Art had created Lloydminster to become the hub between the two provinces of Saskatchewan and Alberta.
Sadly, within months of the new CITL station coming on the air, the man whose vision it was to bring television to Lloydminster passed away.
And thankfully he was with us right through to the day and a while thereafter that he was still with us to see that dream of his come true. That was one of the most fulfilling moments of my life.
Yeah, it was quite a change to lose some of your key management and at the same time be taking on a whole new challenge with the television operation. But went well, and the next year Ken Ruptash and Jane moved down, and Ken got involved in the radio and then later became general manager of radio and TV, and away we went into the future.
Not only did he leave his mark on the stations that he created, but on the city and the province as well. Art was a city alderman and is credited with being the driving force behind the Civic Centre and was the founding president of the Alberta Broadcast Association. It's an event that still haunts many of the employees of CKSA and CITL. Halloween 1979, the night the tower collapsed. We'll have a look at that story tomorrow night as we celebrate 50 years of CKSA. Daniel Barry, Newcapnews.